Chug, chug, chugga, chugga, chug, chug, chugga, chugga, chug, chug, chugga, chugga.
Huh. Huh.
Girl,
What's up?
friend,
Oh, hey, dreamer.
we're back.
It's us again.
Listen, 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 listen. Um, what in the week?
What in the what's?
First of all, um, Sage and I have been bumping messages to each other back and forth all week. And literally it felt like, and I think for a lot of us right now, it feels like time like stood still and also like compressed and expanded and like in many ways.
For sure.
Uh, this week has felt like a month or more
That's not a lie.
in the spirit of what in the heck is going on. And we're here to, you know, we're
Real
here to
talk.
chat.
Yeah.
We're here for the real talk.
We're here to figure out what the fuck
So
is going on. Can somebody help us?
it's fine. Everything's fine.
Fine. Okay.
Come on.
We're we're doing great.
Listen, please. So,
Oh God.
by the way, we just recorded a bonus episode. It turned into a bonus episode where
It
we
did,
dug a little bit into our journals.
for sure.
We shared some thoughts. So go check it out.
Yeah.
Um, and you know what's funny is the last time we spoke, our last episode, after it, I was like, oh, what are we going to talk about next time? And I was like, oh, I'm going to come up with like three little things, like three ideas. And one of them was our 2025 bingo card, which this is like a sticker form that I made. But
Oh,
we shared this at our workshop, right? We made like a little bonus thing. And I told Sage, oh, next time we could talk about our bingo card because it's such a fun way to have like goals for the year. And meanwhile, now I'm like, what in the bingo card? I still have it. I'm still gonna follow it.
no.
Um,
Yeah. The bingo card is important because
yes.
it for me it's like this beautiful like grounding joy.
Yeah. It feels fun. It feels fun. To me, it
Yeah.
feels like whimsical.
Yeah.
And what else? Did you already complete yours? Did you fill in all your
No, I've been in the brainstorming. I need to just hop in. I just need to just
Yeah.
get her done. But it's beautifully printed out and it's ready for me to rock and roll. And I think this weekend I'm going to dedicate some space of just being like, girl, get her done.
Yeah.
I want to play bingo so bad.
Yes. So I did it pretty fast.
Mhm.
By the way, we're going to share this with you guys. So there will be a link to our Instagram account.
Yes, yes.
It'll be the place to be this year.
That's right.
Whenever you need a refuge,
Come over.
come over.
Come over.
Uh, I'm also going to share. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. Hey, we're going to keep recording, friends.
Okay.
Meanwhile, my husband is right now getting his trach changed. This is a simple procedure, but I'm here. I'm going to share a little bit because why not?
Why not? Let's
Because
do it.
life is lifing.
Life is
There's my
life.
hubs, Jules. And he got this trach October 1st of last year. And around every 3 or 4 months, you just swap it out. It's a simple procedure. But yeah, we didn't expect it to happen right now, but it's happening. So our aide who's there with him helping out while I'm here, uh, hold on, let me mute myself just in case. There we go. Okay. Any thoughts?
Um, a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
I
trying to I
I yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, I really appreciate this. I feel like I'm gonna get
Yeah.
emotional. Things coming to my eyes. I appreciate this connection that you and I have, where we understand like grief on a deep level. We understand fucking tragedy, the unexpected happening, and yet we still choose to like be our best, do our
Mhm.
best, find the light in the darkness. Like, um, it's just a beautiful thing. And I feel like, especially like in this world and all the shit that's happening right now, it's
Mhm.
so easy to hide. It's so easy to just want to check out and just be like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And just thinking about like, we never know what other humans are experiencing, right?
Mhm.
Somebody meeting you at a grocery store, having no idea, like the things that your family is experiencing.
Mhm.
And it just, to me, it's like why kindness matters, why showing up. I mean, I always want to be the best version of myself. And I like
Mhm.
to think that it makes a difference in even if it's in a really small way. And another part of this that's getting me all choked up is just your transparency and your
Mhm.
vulnerability because we ain't got time for anything else.
Mhm.
And I just so appreciate it. The older that I'm getting, the less fucking fluff I want. And I just want to get down to the real talk and the real expression and the real feelings and the
Yeah.
real movements. Um, and I think that's why I'm so over the perfection and the things looking just so and everything's so polished. And it's just like, no, give me the real fucking deal here,
Mhm.
and when I'm with you, I get the real fucking deal, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah. I I'm in all the I'm sitting in such gratitude. They just completed it and he's struggling a little bit, but he's okay. They've got him. I'm in such gratitude. This is also unexpected and the fact that it's just happening. I'm like literally like I'm listening to you. I'm taking it in. I'm watching them do this procedure on my husband. And it all feels like such a gift. Like all of it is such a gift. To feel so, so safe with you to be in this moment, to be like, this is it. Why are we doing this? This is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Um, and and I feel always like the experience that I've gone through and you know, what is emerging through my husband as he goes through this is this incredibly raw expression of just life, is this gift of, you know, just life continuing to want to come through. And the the resilience, and I wrote about this yesterday, and I shared a reel on our account, on our Instagram account, about resilience
Mhm.
and how I wrote something that I said resilience usually lies on the other side of resistance,
Mhm.
because every time that we make a choice to all the things you just said, to like, okay, and I'm here and I want to be real and I want to find my people. And every time that happens, that's when our resilience blossoms. It's not just like dropped on, I wrote, it's not dropped on your lap when something difficult happens, which right now we're all collectively going through some really, really shitty, hard times. I And the idea of resilience and not letting someone else write your story isn't something that's dropped in your lap. Like it doesn't come prepackaged when you go through something traumatic or any challenge. It is forged over time, and it's forged in moments like this. And I look at you here. I literally have you. I'm looking at you, and then I have like my phone right there with my hubby. And the thing that keeps coming to mind that has so much to do with everything happening right now is to find your people. And the finding of your people has is going to have so much to do with our own ability to open up, which requires a lot of healing of wounds and all of that inner work and and finding the people that are choosing to thrive no matter what. And thrive doesn't mean, oh, achieving all these things. No, thrive means something very different. And so that's
I am
wild.
like captivated by this beautiful moment we're
Yeah,
having.
I it's funny too, because earlier we were recording. We thought we were recording for like 15 minutes. We had a bombastic conversation.
It was hot. It
It
was
was
fun.
so good. And then I was like, oh shit, we're not recording. And we were both like, damn. We started recording and it was fine. We
Okay.
moved with it, but it was like, eh, it felt a tiny bit, not forced, but like, okay, well, here we are. We were kind of bummed and then just moving right along. We're
Yeah,
looking at the clock, Sage has stuff to do. But now look, time like stood still.
totally. It really did.
Time
Like,
stood st literally. It was like all of a sudden we went into a vacuum. All right, 1 second.
yeah, no worries.
Hola, mi vida. Hola. I saw you, puppy. I know that was hard. Ay, te quiero. Sage is sending you a lot of love too. I'm here with her.
So much. So much.
Mira. Mwah. Te amo. Thank you. I'll see you soon, okay? Yeah. Okay. Me llamas cualquier cosita. Okay. Love you, baby. Wow.
And that goddamn smile he has.
That man, he's also a piece of shit. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Uh, and he's remarkable and he doesn't even try to be remarkable. Which goes to the whole like the bullshit. This is the year to strip all of that away.
Yeah,
Era of the dreamers is
yeah.
here to just like be a pocket of we're just gonna call it. We're gonna call it in our own imperfect, bumpy, fiery, bold ways,
Mhm.
right? We're gonna laugh through it because fuck.
Sure.
Because here we are. My husband just had a straight change. It's like,
No big deal. It's just life happening.
like, how is this our second podcast episode? It just there's so much to unfurl here, and it's so ugh. Okay.
I think we both felt early on that this was way bigger than we could have even imagined. And
Yeah.
even though we didn't know what that meant or what that was going to look like, we both knew there's so much here. And like, we want to keep going. Like, I mean, I honestly, the way I feel, and I hope that there's so many people that listen and they're like, yes, yes, yes. And also, if no one was listening, like this matters so much to me. Like showing up
Yeah.
with you, having these conversations, being in this movement, like the bonus is other people being like, yes, yes, I relate. I hear that. I'm listening.
Mhm.
It's mattering. And that's how I know it's exactly what I get to be doing right now because I
Mhm.
need it
Yeah.
and I'm going to show up for it.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about this piece, belonging and
Uh-huh.
people, and exactly what you're saying about like doing the inner work to get to that space. And I think sometimes people are like, oh, I've done the work. And it's like, yo, if you're alive, you're still in the work. Like there's no, like there's always another layer to peel off. And I think stepping into 2025 era of the dreamers, my commitment to myself is to put both feet in.
Mm,
I feel like I have always had a
mm,
foot and a half in.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
I've never fully put 2 feet in my both of my feet because it didn't feel safe.
Yeah,
So I'm like, no, no, this is the year that both feet go in and it feels exposing and I'm here for it.
yeah. I I felt that, and what comes up to mind is like the whole idea of like a fake safety net.
Mm,
And again, it's just connecting the dots with what's happening, big picture, certainly, this country, the world, everywhere. But we're going through this massive, like, it is really like the rug has been pulled from underneath. There's no net. There's nobody who's gonna like it. That's what it feels like. This like, now what? Right? Like, and so that is it's the perfect time. I'm gonna say there's like no other choice, you know?
yeah.
I I said this and I didn't think I was gonna say it out loud, but in the interest of both feet, I really think this is a time where it's like survival of the emotionally fittest.
Mhm.
And whatever that means for you is kind of echoing, what if for Sage, it's that like, okay, that means I'm going like I'm putting my 2 feet in the water. For me, that feels very similar and also like really finally finding this deep sense of respect for my own magic, like big, big magic and my um who I truly am, because it's always like, I keep, you're like, and the idea of respecting myself in that way feels really, yeah. Um, but this idea that it's like survival of the emotionally fittest. And
Mhm.
good news is that we can all do it.
Yes.
It's not easy. There's no like, oh, here are, 10 steps too.
9.99.
Not just that's not going to cut it. And there will be a lot of people out there who will be looking at this as an opportunity to do just that. Let's not get caught up in it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of, shiny objects of like, here's this and here's that and here's that other thing. And if there was a year to really trust, to develop the trust in your intuition, and I know that a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm still kind of figuring that out, and just dive right in.
Yeah.
Nothing is promised. My husband is 40 years old. I don't know how much time he has left on this earth. He doesn't either. And we keep making peace with that. And it's, those wake up calls are always like harsh because I don't think you can really understand it fully unless you've been in it.
Yeah.
It's like, just there's something that is like gets like turned on inside you when you're really, really in it. So it's hard to hear somebody else say it because it feels like somebody else's situation. And my life is still so complicated. And oh, it's okay for her. Sage can do that, but I'm no,
Yeah. For sure.
and what the heck?
No, no,
No, it's
but
like,
nobody gave me like an emergency pack when my husband Bradley died. Nobody was like, he died. You're
yeah,
40.
yeah,
You know, here's this emergency pack to get you through this nightmare.
yes, exactly, exactly. Like, no.
No,
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 it's
and it
been
does.
forged in the fire. And guess what? Well, now everybody's going to get into it at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's not check out.
No, 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 no. And it's so amazing. Like none of this stuff is ever, it's always like weaving together, touching each other. I wrote an email this morning before we connected that I'm sending to my community on Monday. And it's exactly about this. like I have no idea what the future is going to hold. All I know in my gut, it is the time to take sacred care of yourself, whatever that means for you. Whatever, I
Mhm.
have no idea what that means for anyone else. I only know what that means for me. But I feel
Yeah.
like we're in this era of like the people that are causing the hate and causing the disruption and causing the division, they want us to be exhausted. They want us to be overwhelmed. They want us to be sick and
Mhm.
scared. Like
Yeah,
it's so much easier to manipulate and move the pieces when the people are
Mhm.
just like, I give. And
Exactly. Yes, that's what they're counting on.
yes.
And that's why we cannot check out.
Mhm.
We have to engage with this and not wait around for it to pass, not wait around for it to change. It's really, it's like the things we've been talking about for so long about like, oh, you know, it's this is it. Like, here you go.
Done.
Boom.
Come on.
What are you going to wait around for what?
Nobody's coming to rescue
No,
anybody.
no, 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 no. And that idea of like, someone else running the show and saying, oh, I give. And it's just, it, that shouldn't feel like pressure either. I feel like sometimes people feel like, oh, well, but it's just too much. It's about you. It's about taking sacred care of yourself. And it's about finally like, for like waking the fuck up. Like, what a wake up call to really identify what matters, and we're going to go through it. There's no hiding that this is going to be so hard.
For sure. And yes, like I feel like a lot of folks go to the things that I hear are, well, I've never taken good care of myself. I don't know how. And it's like figure it out. Like
Hmm.
figure out what you need. It's a time to be responsible for ourselves
Yeah.
and actions. And it's like, maybe it's something as simple as like you suck at hydration and you get to start drinking water.
Hmm.
Like it
Hmm.
doesn't have to be like, nobody is expecting anyone, at least I'm like I'm not expecting you when I talk about sacred care to like overhaul your life like overnight.
Yeah.
It's practice. It's like start small. What would help you feel clear and grounded? Maybe it's a breath work practice. Like you get to figure that out. I
Hmm.
know what I need to do, and like
Hmm.
I'm committed. That's part of my both feet in. It's
Yeah.
not just the vulnerability and the transparency and the being visible. It's taking like being committed AF to taking solid.
Yeah. And just carrying the idea of that, because it depends on the type of person too. Like for some people, it would be like, oh, let me create that, breathwork practice or something every day that I can touch base a couple minutes. For me, in my mind, it feels more like a potpourri of things. But the underlying idea is that, oh, I'm looking for the ways to take care of myself, to bring ease to my life, to feel, I like click into it and then I carry it with me because I don't always have to know what it is or try to get it right. I've had enough times when I've like started something and then I just like stop it, I drop it. So you know, it'll look different for each of us, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's when there's an emergency, how do you respond in an emergency? Where it's like you sort of like you focus in on like, okay, everything like comes in.
Mhm. For sure.
That feels true right now.
I think there's this deep listening that we get to do with ourselves. I think my body tells me if I'm dehydrated. Like I
Hmm.
can feel it. I know this. I
Hmm.
know like, oh, I get to drink some more water or I get to rest or I get to get up and move my body. I
Hmm.
think the best way for me in my experience with myself is like practice listening and then
Yeah.
doing the thing. Did it work? Did you feel better after you had the water? Like
Hmm.
this is the time to get to know yourself. This is the time
Mm.
to be intimate with yourself. There's
that
no better
this
time.
is the time to get to know yourself.
Yeah.
This is the time. And I'll share from my this, did you do the dance? Um, I'll share right now because I'm in the moment. I'm thinking about, you know, my husband, and right now I got like this flurry of sort of feeling and the idea of like to really to feel, to feel, to share, um, to find our people where we can have a safe space to sort of like be seen. Um, but to feel it and not like squash it down.
Mhm.
You can only be uh pushed down a certain for just a brief moment.
Yeah.
Um, and to make the decision, this seems like bold, but to make the decision, like, you know what, this is not going to traumatize me.
Yeah.
Like decide from the get-go, this is just not going to traumatize me. You know, I think there's something really powerful there about because then it helps you shift your perspective
Mhm.
from victim, from like, oh, you know, why is this happening to me to, oh, what? Oh, okay. Why
Yeah.
is this happening? And it's the choice of like, okay, I'm gonna, I mean, it's been my experience for the past few years, and I know it was your experience when you went through your husband passing so like unexpected. Like again, there's no pamphlet, and nobody else is gonna do it for you. Nobody else is gonna be like, oh, hey, let me figure this out. Like,
Mm-mm. No, no, my experience was after I think the dust settled for others
mm,
that they went back to their lives and I'm still in this space. And it was
yeah,
almost like the visual that comes up for me is like I imagine standing in a subway and the train is going by really fast. And that felt like everybody else in life.
yeah,
And I was just standing there, like, I'm not there, you
I so
know.
feel that.
It's wild. And I think again, it's like you said, it's one of those things that you fully can't embody unless you've experienced something like we have. It's, you know, and which I know millions of people have every, but it's just it is this choice to live again. It is a solid choice to go, I do want to go back there. I do want to jump in and I want to be on the train with everybody else.
Mhm.
Just figuring out how you do that. And then you're never the same, you know,
Yeah.
like it changes you. So it's, yeah, I love how you're speaking into like we have this choice of like, we know that this is a shitstorm. We know things are going to go down. This isn't like, it's not if it's going to happen. It's like, when is it going to happen?
Hmm.
It's really acknowledging like we do have shit.
And
And
it's scary.
it's
Like,
scary. Like,
it's just scary, period.
and it's not like I don't want to come across as like you shouldn't feel fear or you shouldn't be afraid or you no feel your feelings like
Hmm.
it's scary it's there's mystery there's the unknown like that's real like I think I'm more like let's feel those feelings and
Hmm.
feel them with other people and have conversations with other people and not feel the need to like carry all of this on your own and I'm probably going to do a lot of crying this year. I'm probably, and that's great because that's this movement of those feelings,
Hmm.
emotions that aren't being trapped inside of me, you know, feeding a sickness that happens when we trap all that bullshit inside of us. I think
Hmm.
it's like, it's okay to be afraid, but can we be afraid and also take good care of ourselves? We don't have to choose one or the other. It's not sides to choose. It's, yeah, I am afraid. And I'm gonna drink some damn water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do both.
It's exactly. It's what's real. And there's nothing that you have to prove to anybody. and resilience and continuing on isn't about having to prove something. So there shouldn't be any pressure there either. I think we're so wired to like so many things that, and again, here's the opportunity is to dismantle a lot of that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, here it is.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Again, it's going back to your own self and really listening. What do I need to
Yeah.
feel safe? What do I need to feel clear, to feel grounded? It's not MA said or Sage said or the guy on the
Hmm.
TV said. It's like listen to yourself. I think we're sharing our own personal experiences, like I'm
Hmm.
talking for you, MA. Um, we're sharing our own experiences, and
Hmm.
I feel like everything we have is this offering, this invitation. um
Hmm.
what you do with it, what you will.
Yeah. Yes.
Whew.
Woo.
I was just at the same time. This is a big one. This is a big one.
Well,
So that, so well, is there any kind of closing you want to send to these good people who've been hanging in here with us? Ooh.
um, well, I will say let's take heart. We got each other. Uh, we will find a lot of really deep, like raw beauty and truth in moving through hard things personally, you know, um, continue to engage with life. Don't check out. Um, don't wait around. It feels really important, I think, to just continue to invite ourselves to not check out
Yeah.
because um that I think whoever feels like, oh no, I'm just not even going to, you're not acknowledging and not sort of having a kind of view of what's occurring, how people are hurting, who's being impacted, how people are rising through it, the whole story. You're going to do yourself a disservice. You're going to do your fellow humans a disservice. And that may come in time. But I think the just continuing to bring yourself into a moment of I choose to be present through it all.
Yeah.
I choose to be present because in this moment, in this presence is where you will have most power, most love, most tenderness, most clarity. Dwelling on the past or future tripping is just empty. So
It is.
here we
Yeah.
are.
Here we are, and I'm both feet in, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Both
willing to
feet
give
in.
my power away.
Yeah.
It's not an option for me.
Mm-mm. Both feet in
Both feet in.
and I'm not giving my power away.
Yeah. All right. So
Well, just a quick normal episode.
we did promise real talk. We are looking to deliver the real talk from a place of love and empowerment.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
So I hope you out there in the world, you take good care of yourself, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
Mhm.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.